Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our City Skylines playthrough. Today's name of the game is Public Transport. We're going to do metro line, we're going to do some bus lines, and we're going to try to alleviate some of this residential traffic that we've got going on here, because this is just not necessary. It's not necessary to have this much residential traffic in your city. If we had an optimized bus line and an optimized metro line, cut this down 30-40% at least. So you're gonna notice I've got some issues with some death and garbage. After recorded the last episode, I got up and walked away and went and played with my dog outside, and I forgot to pause the game. I had it on triple speed, so it's been running a while, as you can see from my bankroll. And we didn't have a oh, this guy's sick because of the noise pollution, I'd imagine. Yeah, very sick. Okay, so let's oh, did he just die? Well, he might have just died. There's some noise pollution here, obviously. Do we have, let's check. Do we have solar plants? We don't have any solar plant yet. We've got a dam, which we could do, likely. We won't do that just yet, though. So maybe we just dezone these guys for the time being. We don't need a bunch of people complaining about noise right now. Let's just dezone this. Does it extend into this? A little bit, but not bad. I don't think these people will get sick from it. And you're complaining about noise, we'll just demolish your house. That's how this mayor deals with complaints. You got a complaint, your house is demolished. So we've got some issues still. We've got some green people here because of lack of garbage pickup, and I've tried to sort that out. I put a couple more incinerator plants, and it's going to resolve itself eventually, so it's not a big deal. Public transport, let's get on it. We have a few things available to us. We've got metro lines, we've got buses, and we've got trains. We're not going to do trains just yet. So first things first, I want to get a metro line going. And the reason for this is because our bus routes are going to be kind of dependent on where the metro lines let off. So my theory is metro lines are best between residential and commercial zones, because the commercial people, they need customers, right? And these people are complaining not enough customers. So it's our duty to make sure that people can get to the commercial areas with relative speed and ease. And I think in that respect, we're going to put our first station, excuse my cell phone here, we're going to put our first station in this area here, and we're going to have 2 stops downtown. So we're going to have another stop, say, on this corner of downtown. We might even have 3 stops downtown. Is this crazy? Maybe even 4. Let's just get nutty with this. And then we want to obviously have one that's fairly close to the residential, and I think we'll do it in one of the high density areas, like right up here at the top. So that's that's going to be our metro line. And let's connect this. So you don't have to do this in a loop. I've seen people do this where they'll connect this in a complete loop. You don't have to do that. The train will reverse directions and come back. So what a lot of people do is kind of like a zipper. So they'll go from this side to that side, and then from this side to, say, this side, and then from this side to that side, and so on and so forth until you get to the last bit. So now when you make your line, all you need to do is connect the stations and then connect them backward again. So let's make our line. We're gonna have whoop, that didn't work out. Why did I do that? I screwed this up. You have to just redo this. Okay, then that one's gonna be screwed up too. Boy, man, I was too busy talking and I didn't catch that mistake. So we'll just redo this metro line. It's not as if we have money concerns. Okay, so we want to go from this side to this side. That's better. This side to this side, and this side to that side. Okay, so we got a completed line now, and we're gonna try to make our metro line here. So station to station to station, station and station, and then back again. Make it a complete loop, and you do not have to loop the line. There's no reason to have a line loop. This will work perfectly fine. So we're getting a few stops downtown. People are going to be very happy about being able to come from downtown. and then to multiple places downtown. And we don't have anything out in this area, but we're going to use the buses to bring people to the metro line so that they can scoot downtown as much as they want. So my theory is we have one bus line for each of the residential areas, and they come into a centralized location somewhere around this station right here. Then they have the option of transferring, which they will do. Don't let people tell you otherwise. They do it. I've seen them do it. They'll transfer to the metro line and go where they need to go. We won't put a metro line into the residential areas because I don't think that happens in real. I don't live in a city that has a subway system, but I don't think that they have subway stations in residential areas. Not commonly anyway. And it would be on the outskirts in a heavy residential area in any event. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you live in a big city like Toronto or Chicago or New York or whatever that has a subway, let me know if I'm wrong in that, and I'll change the way that I think about it. I'll look it up too. But I think what we'll do is we'll make each of the bus lines come to this central area. So one from each, and then they can transfer to the metro line if needs be. So let's get working on the buses. And we have 2 bus lines right now, and they are both really screwed up because we messed with our roads. So we are going to pause the game just so people don't get really angry with us. And we're going to delete both of these bus lines. And we're going to start over again. So let's start with this area here. Now remember, we're coming down to this, as close to this as we possibly can. And I think we'll spread out the bus line route. So we'll have like one stop here, one stop there, maybe one stop over here, just so that we can keep them all in check. Because as soon as you start overlapping, then it becomes a little bit confusing to deal with it. Eventually, I hope that you can click on this, like this up here, and it'll bring up a list of the bus lines you have, and you can select them from that. That would be way more convenient. Okay, so let's get our bus lines going. We want to have a stop by this metro station right here, and we'll have it come around the perimeter. This is where the majority of our citizens are going to live anyway. We're not going to put these like extremely close to each other because the people do walk quite a distance to get to a bus, so we don't have to go completely out of our way to make the stops really close. So then we'll have the bus loop around. We don't need to make a stop there because we already did. And we'll have a stop there. And how do we get back into the residential from here? Yeah, let's go there. And one there. This is just a very quick bus loop. Okay, so we didn't cover off this interior, but I suspect people will come. Look at this little area we've got here that we need to get rid of. Well, I've got it in my sights. Let's get rid of it. I didn't realize I'd left that road there. So let's just demolish the stuff. Sorry guys, we'll fix this later. Okay, back to bus lines. So we don't need to go into this internal area. I think people will walk, and you know, I'm confident that they will. And if they don't, we'll start to make some pedestrian paths that'll make it easier for them. Let's color code this bus line. So easiest way to do this is click the transport button. Don't click this button because it makes it more difficult. Find your line, and we're gonna make this the yellow line. So make it a nice, visible, bright yellow. Okay, so yellow line is for this area and comes into the central metro hub. Next bus line. Let's start over here. We will put a line in like say like no, we don't want to be on that. Yeah, okay, we'll go down this avenue here, and then down this avenue, make a stop there, and we'll stop all along this commercial area until we get close to the metro, which is right there, and then we'll flip back and make a one stop there, and we'll complete the line. Do I like that? No, I don't. I'd rather get maybe one little route into here. So let's see if we can add a stop. Yep, I like that a lot. That looks really good, really good. Okay, so that's another line done. So exit out of here, get into your transit view, and we're gonna make this the red line. Nice bright red color. Looking good so far. Okay, now we got to do this up here by the Greenway Business Park, and there's the residential area right here. And this is the main road, so that's where we're going to start our bus line. We're going to have it come upward. A little bit of difficulty there, apparently. Oh yeah, we're on the wrong side of the avenue, so let's just take that out. And we'll scoot around here. Not too many stops because they will walk. Do into here. And one right there and up here. Then we'll come down. And we'll put one very close to the metro, right about there. And then we'll find our way back. What's the best way to come back? Okay, that's a good way. And maybe come down this way. Then we can loop through this interior part and hook back up to our starting position. That looks really good to me. It covers the area quite well. So let's get out of there and we'll color code this one as what? The purple line? Let's do purple. No, I don't like that. Let's do the orange line. How visible is that? Not very visible. No, let's do purple. We'll just make it a different hue of purple. Dark purple. There we go. So that covers our residential areas. Now, I wouldn't mind doing one out to this area because it is a little inaccessible otherwise. People have to take the freeway to get there. And we will fix that eventually. We're going to have an overpass system here. But let's do one more bus line that, say, comes from the metro station, and will eventually go up to that area. So let's get a stop put in there. And we want to get out on this road here. So how do we get there? Okay, that's fine. No, we don't want to go on that road, do we? Yeah, we do, because we can use the interchange here. And then, so we want to end up on this side. So easiest thing to do is just to put your cursor where you want to go, and the pathing tool will take you there. So we'll do 2 stops there, and then we're going to have just an express line right back to the metro station. We won't pick anybody else up on the way. So let's give that one a color. And I think because it's forestry, we'll do a shade of green, but we want to do a different shade than the subway line is, obviously. So yeah, that's a nice bright green. Okay, let's have a look at that. We have fairly good coverage in the city now. A few areas that maybe we could improve with moving some of the stops, but I think we'll let this run out and see how it goes. We'll go through and check every line, and we'll obviously check the metro here as well. So there's some people boarding the metro, and you can see we've got 8 people on there so far. Let's just get a hold of this metro and follow it and see what the ridership is. So far, so good. We've got a fair amount of people that are using it. She could zoom out. There we go. So this is our main hub line right here. 50 people on the metro. I have a feeling this is going to be full. Every car will be full from now on. So the straighter the line, the faster the train will go by the looks of it. So that I'm going to keep in mind for next time. We might make these station loops a little bit wider so that they don't slow down as much. See, we got 180 people on this one. So, and you can see, watch the people that have come out of the subway. They turn into yellow people because now they're waiting for the bus, right? So this shows they will transfer lines. So we've got 180 people coming on this one. It's a full car. And we've got another train coming here. I bet that one's got a lot of people in it as well. If we start seeing that these are too full all the time, then we can upgrade our budget. And I think we might do that. So this is this Metro? We'll just upgrade it a bit for the time being. Oh, I kind of want to follow that again. So let's go find our train. Train, where'd you go? There he is. Gotta be on Metro, I think. Nope, maybe not. Just in the transport view. Yeah, this full passengers. .46, so this is a bit quieter space of the line, and that's to be expected because it's the end. So it seemed to me most of the demand was coming from the residential area to downtown. Let's see what this one is. This is not bad, about a quarter full or so. So the inter-downtown ones seem to be a little bit slower than the ones coming from the exterior. And I suppose if you wanted to breach realism to some extent, you could put metro stations in all of the suburb areas. And maybe, as I say, maybe that is a thing in real life. I'll have to look that up. But I have never lived in a city that had a underground train system. So we'll follow this one and see if this picks up another full passenger load, and then we'll go to the buses and see how the buses are doing. 97, that's pretty good. So it looks like we're starting to kind of alleviate a bit of the backlog. Let's find one of the yellow buses here and follow it. See how our yellow bus line is doing. Yellow bus, there's one right there. Whoop, missed him. $30 people, that's good, and we got lots of people waiting as well. How many does this bus have? 30. So this is a good route. The buses are full, and the buses are a little cramped up. I would have liked them to have been a bit more spread out, obviously, but they will eventually, I think, they will eventually spread out from each other. Okay, so that route seems to be doing just fine. Let's have a look at the red route. A little less ridership in the red route, at least at that part. And, oh, that's a full bus, though. Number of vehicles, 8. Weekly passengers, 19. I don't believe that. Purple, how is Purple doing? Purple is doing well as well. Yep, pretty good. Not quite as full as the others, but that's a full bus, and that's a full bus. So now that we've kind of seen that the routes are successful, let's see the transference here. Let's see if we can watch people transfer colors. It's a little bit hard to spot, but I just saw a couple right there. So we'll watch the people coming off of. I see that guy just turned red. Did you see that? So they'll come in and go to. So these guys are going to the metro. So these people just got off the bus. So they're going to go to the metro now. Let's see. Some of them, yep. And they'll turn into metro passengers. Now that we've got this done, we did this for one reason, remember, because the city was overloaded with residential traffic. So let's get out of this view and have a look at our residential traffic. Has it improved? Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. That's still a lot of traffic. We may have to do some more bus routing, or some more metro stations, perhaps. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm pretty sure that on the outskirt neighborhoods of a city there would be a metro station. I'm pretty sure. If I'm not right in that, you can certainly feel free to let me know. But I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put one of these routes connecting. Whoops, that's not the right tool. I'm gonna put one of these routes connecting to the suburbs. Just like, should I do a direct? No, that would be silly. So, whoop, there we go, 20,000. I wasn't even trying. Wasn't even trying to get to 20,000. Okay, so we've got one route there. Let's put another one up in this neighborhood. Oh, we've got one up here already, so let's go to this neighborhood instead. We'll put it kind of by the high density stuff, which would make the most sense. So let's pause the game and think about this a little bit. So, this one is easy to connect because it's the end of the line. How does this one connect? Do we just connect one route maybe, or do we connect to this? Do we move this and then connect there? That might be something to do. So let's try this. We'll fix the line in a second. I didn't have to. Yeah, I had to do that. Yeah. So let's grab here and pull it over to this side, and then we'll pull one into there. Okay, so then this line should be dead. Let's go to our transport view and delete this, and we'll start over. So we got a one there, that station, that station, that station, that station, that station, there and back. And there we go. There's our new line. I think that'll help. It may be a bit unrealistic to service these types of neighborhoods with a subway, but we're going to give it a shot. We're not going to put a metro line out here just yet. If we do put one there, I think the way to do it would be not by subway, but by train, because we'd be exporting and importing goods, and trains work better for that sort of thing. Metro's for passengers, so unless we think we're going to get a ton of passengers out that way, then this is the better way to go. Let's follow a train here and just see, where are our trains? Where are our trains? There's one right there. Yep. I gotta get out of this view. Okay. No, I was on it. Where did it go? There's one. Oh, it's so hard to click. No, I don't want to rename the train. There we go. I want to see what the ridership is out in those suburban areas. Excuse me. Because the line is a lot longer now, it may be advisable to increase our budget to maximum. Why don't we have a budget for that? Oh, that's trains, not metro. Okay, crank that. Put that back because we don't have any trains. And let's try to find another train here. There's one. Very curious to see what this line produces. So there's 27 people going outward. I think we'll have more ridership coming back, but that's my guess. We'll soon find out whether I'm right in that. There was a guy that was sick in there. I have to check my health care. Whoops. So zoom out, zoom out. I don't like being that close in. 80 people. That's pretty good ridership. Pretty darn good ridership, and there's a bus stop right across the street as well, so that helps. So they don't like the noise over here, apparently. Is the train making a lot of noise underneath them? Is that why they're not liking it? Or is it just the people? 143, wow, that's some pretty good numbers, and we've got the maximum number of trains running as well. Oh, I'm gonna check the green line bus. I'll do that right after I finish watching this guy. I do want to see what's going on in the other suburb as well. Zoom out. 106. We've had really good ridership so far. Curious as to this one. A lot of people in this area now. So 79. So the south downtown is not as popular as the upper downtown, or getting to the center of downtown. I had one subway route in my previous city, my test city. I just could not get enough trains to it to satisfy the demand, and it required me setting up another route, an east-west route instead, and we might eventually do that in this city as well, set up another connecting route. Not good ridership out on this end, so this area might not have enough residents yet to justify a metro. We'll soon find out how many people are coming in from this suburb. I don't know if I'm confident that there's enough. I guess we could move the stop up to the dense. I'm hoping people have walked. Ooh, it doesn't look good, guys. 17 is not enough to justify. So let's have a look at this. It would have been better probably to do it up here because this is denser. Doesn't really fit as nicely with the track, but I think while we're at it, we're gonna take all the steps that we need to do to set this up properly. So we're gonna delete this line because it's not worth it to be bringing 17 people in from a suburb. Yes, I do want to delete the station. And we'll fix our line after this too. So here we go. We're gonna put the station instead kind of up here because this is much denser. So let's put it right. No, we'll put it right in the middle here somewhere. There we go. Now we'll connect down to this one, and we're gonna have to delete this line and start this over again. It's not very hard to redo these though. Not like bus lines. Bus lines, I find the modification tool is very hard to use, and just deleting them and starting them over is often easier, but it's still a lot of work. It's still a tremendous amount of work to redo a bus line, which is fine. I don't mind. I'm not complaining about it, but just observing that it is. I think that's gonna do us better because we have a lot more population over here. Let's have a look at how that looks. See, we could do some, this is for later on, but we could do some beautification stuff around these as well, because they leave a bit of an open space that the buildings kind of don't really fill in. Just something like that, just to make it look kind of grown into the city. Okay, I think that's going to be much better. I'm not going to ride that line again right now. What we're going to do though is we're going to find the green bus line that goes up to our industrial area and see how the ridership is on that one, because that one I'm very curious about. It is basically an express route. Why are we so backed up in this area right now? Let's get one of the outgoing buses. So there's 30 people on that bus, which is great. How many people are coming in? Wow, why is this so backed up over here? Let's get this off. Maybe it just looked backed up. 11 people coming in. They're going to the second stop though. I want to see when they're coming to the first stop. What is going on here? What the heck is going on? Stupid roundabouts, man. I hate these things. I hate roundabouts. I think everybody wants to go right or straight. How do we resolve this? Because this is not acceptable. I think we need to split this road now into one way and another one way. So let's I hope this doesn't screw up our bus line, but we'll have to do this anyway. So let's demolish this roundabout. It served its purpose at the time that I put it in, but it is no longer serving such a purpose. And when that happens, get things out of there. So we've got a couple little on-ramps coming down. And let's make sure we use the right one. So get this out as straight as possible. Whoops. Right about there. Yes, that's the right way. Okay, so then we're gonna make a couple one-way one-way single lane or one-way 6. Let's do one-way 6. Let's future-proof. And maybe we'll just have this one merge. Just have this guy have like an on-ramp like that. Let's see if that works any better. It may not. It may not, because they're still all using this right lane, so regardless of whether they're coming from here or there. That looks a little better though. Let's speed it up and see. Yeah, that works. That works better. Okay, now we got that done. Where is the first stop on the green bus line in this area? Oh, did we screw this up now? They're not actually going to drive there, are they? Who knows what they're going to... Look at this. Yeah, the bus route is a little messed up. I wonder if it'll correct itself, or if we're going to have to... If we're gonna have to fix this. Let's let it run and we'll see whether it fixes itself. What's going on up here with no power? Are we short? Yeah, we're a little short on power. So let's put another turbine in. And that should take care of that issue. All these brownouts. Very busy road. Okay, so green bus line. Where's the first stop? Right here? Is that the only stop in this area? Or is that guy on one? Okay, there's a bus stop right there. Here's a trick. I'm gonna have to redo this bus line, I think, anyway. So I'm gonna show you a bit of a trick. You can take a 2-lane road, and because buses kind of take up a lane when they stop to bring people on, you can pull off a little road like this. Did that create lights? It did, damn it. Okay, maybe if you do it with a dirt road. Did that create lights? Yes, darn it. Must only be able to do it on a 4-lane, but the trick is to pull out a little spur of a road, put your bus stop in there, then the bus pulls off the road to collect people, and then it continues on its way, but we can't do it on a 6-lane. So let's find one of the buses coming in. I think they're all kind of jammed up in here now. You might want to make a ramp onto this side so that they don't have to come back through this intersection, because that's oh my goodness, what's going on here? Oh, traffic issues abound once again. That's for another episode though. Okay, we've done a fair amount of transit, and it doesn't seem to have helped our traffic situation a whole lot, unfortunately, but our city is growing, and we're going through a bit of growing pains at this time to make sure that our traffic situation is under control. Next episode, I think we're going to try to resolve some of these traffic issues, because we got to do this before things get out of hand. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.